Hey, Nora. Hi, Maia. I'm actually surprised that you contacted me. Why are you surprised? I text you often. No, you don't. Last time you texted me was 4 months ago. Did something happen? Do you need my help with something? Nope. I just wanted to know if you heard about me getting married. Yeah, I did actually. Congratulations. I wish you the best. Oh, I just remembered that you were there at the cafe that I went to with a group of friends when I talked about it. Oh, never mind. Thanks. How about the wedding? Nope. Never heard or got told about it. Oh, great. I don't want you to come, so I just wanted to make sure. What? Why? You heard me. Don't think about coming, okay? If you come, the wedding will be ruined. Too bad you're going to miss out on my big wedding. It's going to be at the very expensive hotel, and a few celebrities will be there. My fiancé is pretty rich, so I wanted to make it fancy. Good for you. But what do you mean I'm not invited, though? Did I do something that will ruin the wedding? You have prosthetic legs. That's why. What does that have to do with ruining your wedding? I think you just have a problem with me, right? Maybe so. Listen, I just don't want a person like that to come to my wedding because it just looks weird. Looks weird? We are not different from other people. That's so rude. Are you realizing what you're saying right now? We have the same rights, feelings, and dreams just like everyone else. And deserves respect, not discrimination. Sorry, but that's just my opinion. Oh, I can't believe that you were this kind of person. You will regret what you said someday. Anyways, just wanted to say that I can walk by myself and walk better than you ever will. I went through hard rehab, and I'm proud of myself. So do not talk shit about having prosthetic legs. I will seriously punch you in the face if you do. Yeah, whatever. Sorry. But nothing will change, even though you just said that. So don't come, okay? I don't go places unless I'm invited, so don't worry about that. It's a promise. Okay. If you ruin my wedding, I will never forgive you. Yeah, okay. Hey, Curtis. I got your wedding invitation. This is, a speed marriage. I never met your fiancé because I never had the time. Sorry about that. Can I ask you something about it?
Oh, it came? Good to hear. You'll come, right? Please, don't tell me that you have plans that day. No worries. You sometimes go on business trips and work overtime, so I thought it would disturb you if I sent something. You're still in the Philippines now, right?
Yes. I should be home the day before the wedding. And don't have any plans that day, so I can go. Thanks for the thoughtfulness, but you could have sent me something like, hey, I got married, or something.
Great. I'll be so bummed if you can't come. Sorry. I thought you didn't want to hear anything stupid while you were working. Anyways, what do you need to know?
How is this stupid? You're getting married. Oh, can you tell me where your fiancé works?
Why do you want to know?
There's a person with the same name at my company, so I was just wondering if it's her.
Really? But it might be someone different because she should be working at an insurance company.
Then it must be someone else. Sorry for asking. I will try and see her at the company next week, just in case, though.
Yeah, if it's someone else, I'll be so surprised, because that'll mean that there's someone with the same name nearby.
True that. That never happened to me before, so it might be a funny experience. Maybe we should let them meet up. Anyways, I will be attending the wedding. I need to go see my little brother on his big day.
They can be enemies or besties. I'm so glad that you can come, Nora. I appreciate you and love you. You're the best sister in the whole world.
That's very sweet of you. But don't say that in person, because it's embarrassing, okay?
It's nothing embarrassing. I'll say that all day, every day. All I'm doing is expressing my feelings for you.
Thanks. Hey, just wondering if I won't be told that I'm not allowed to be at the wedding because I have prosthetic legs. I just want to make sure because there are still people who still discriminate me.
People who say that are shitty and have nothing to do. Who has the nerve to say something like that? At least I'm sure no one I know is that insane to say things like that. Do you have anyone in mind? If you do, I'll kick their ass.
Don't worry. I just wanted to ask you, even if there is someone, you don't need to know that much, you know?
If there's someone who makes fun of your prosthetic legs, I will never forgive that person. Let me know if something happens, okay?
I think I'll be able to handle it by myself.
Nora, you always handle everything by yourself. Please, let me help you.
Okay, thanks, Curtis. I will let you know. Looking forward to the wedding!
See you there. Have a safe flight back.
Nora, did you forget what I said about today? Maya, what the hell is wrong with you? Did you really need to attack me? You literally kicked me from the back. What the hell did I do? Why are you here? I specifically told you not to show up. I just asked you if you heard about the marriage and wedding. That's it. I never invited you. Why did you text me about it then? I want to brag about it to everybody because I'm in the middle of the happiest time of my life. Wow, you really are something. Can't even find a word. I never met a person like you before. I think the other reason why you attacked me was because you're pissed that we work at the same company, right? I was wondering because your last name is not that common. Yes. Why didn't you tell me that? I thought you knew because you always visit different departments to chat instead of working. I never saw you in the office. Plus, it's not chatting. I'm just talking with people about ideas for the project. That's because I really don't stay at the office that much. I need to visit a few clients every day. Are you sure about that? One of my friends who works at your department said that you only talk about nails, shopping, makeup, and even look at TikTok videos. It's not a place to socialize. You get paid. So you go outside almost every day? Well, that's not fair. I wish I can go outside too. Who said that, by the way? Hey, some people can get ideas from those topics. And also, I look at TikTok videos to think about marketing plans. Our job doesn't have anything to do with those topics. And what do you mean it's not fair? Do you want to experience my job once? It's not easy. Plus, you'll probably panic and say that you don't want to do it anymore. Plus, you just want to go outside to grab coffee or go shopping, right? There was no need to tell you who told me that. But you not arguing back means that it's true. That's not true. Anyways, please do me a favor and tell that person to watch out for me, because I will do something. Absolutely not. Stop making threats, and why don't you put that energy on your job instead? You know what? I don't want to talk about this now because my wedding is going to start in like 30 minutes and need to touch up on my makeup. And don't piss me off anymore, because I break out easily. I went to a really expensive bridal aesthetic salon yesterday. When are you leaving? My plan was to break you after I attacked you and make you leave the wedding because you are just a waste of space. You also thought that you could come too just because I invited some of our colleagues, right? I will never break down because I'm mentally strong, unlike you. So your plan didn't work, and of course not. Do you want to know why I'm here? Yeah, whatever. I wonder why. Oh, I know. You just came to ruin the wedding because you're jealous, right? So that's why I attacked you before you did anything. Now you understand that you don't belong here. Go home, right now, or else I will kick you again. I'm not jealous at all, but okay then. Can I ask you to do me a favor? If you're leaving, sure. Say hi and congratulations to my little brother for me. I also have a gift that I want to give to you too. I left it on the table near the entrance. I don't want anything from you. Wait, little brother? Who? Curtis. You don't have to be so rude, you know. What? Curtis? You better stop lying. You're just saying that because you want to stay here, right? I'm not. You'll eventually know. I don't want to stay here any longer because of you. Plus, something is wrong with my prosthetic legs, so I will be going. Please do. Get the hell out. Bye. Enjoy your wedding. What do you want? You called me like 300 times. Stop blowing up my phone. You're wasting battery. Where are you? Can you come back? What are you talking about? You told me to go home, so I'm heading there, but slowly. I need you to come back right now, because if you don't, it's going to be a problem for me. it's not for me, so I won't go back. Let me guess. You're panicking because Curtis told you that I'm his sister, right? You probably thought that I was lying, but it's the truth, honey. Why didn't you tell me? I told you. You didn't listen or believed me. I'm listening now. Yeah, and it's too late. He will be furious if he finds out that you attacked me. Actually, if you're listening to me now, do you know why I got prosthetic legs? No, I don't. When Curtis was about 11, we almost got hit by a truck, and I saved him, resulting the tire to run over my legs, shattering it. So I needed to have both of them amputated. What? Seriously? Yes. Do you think you can still disrespect me now? I didn't know about this. Yeah, the reason he never talks about this is because he feels guilty about it. He tells me that he sometimes sees nightmares about this incident. Oh, so that's why he cries sometimes while sleeping. Oh, wait. He's so pissed at me. Of course, my brother and I have a stronger bond than you think. Why? How did he find out? Few people saw me kicking you. Not just few. Actually, a lot of people. You did it in the lobby. So there were guests there, so maybe someone from my family or friends let him know. Or maybe one of the colleagues. Lucky that you weren't caught by security. I didn't expect someone to see me. Do you not know what a lobby is? It's a big hall where people enter. I know what a hobby is. I'm not an idiot. I didn't think anyone was watching me since it was early. It doesn't matter if it was an early time or not. You're psycho to attack and kick out your fiancé's sister. Curtis said the same thing to me. Am I the bad guy here? Of course. All I did was show up to my little brother's wedding, but you chose violence. Isn't that all, though? Excuse me? It's bad enough. Look, I will apologize about this. I'm so sorry, and it's from the bottom of my heart. Can you explain this situation to Curtis for me? He only listens to you. What situation? This. Can you tell him that I misunderstood something, but I apologize, so everything is okay now? Seriously? Do you think that I will forgive you? Come on, please. If you do, he will forgive me and marry me. You really only think about yourself, huh? Sorry, but I will tell him everything. You don't need to attack me like that, you know. Please, if you don't do anything, you might call off the wedding. So what? Doesn't matter to me. By the way, I learned something interesting about you. You lied to Curtis about your job, right? No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You told me that you've been working full-time at an insurance company for 3 years, but in reality, you're just a temp at our company and only been working for 3 months, right? So what? The fact that I work at a company is true, though. It is, but they are different industries. Plus 3 years and 3 months are totally different. You were pretending to be this elite, high-class woman, even if you're not. I had to, or else he wouldn't have married me. There were a lot of bitches who were going after him, so I wanted to win, which I did. It was the best feeling. You can't lie and marry someone. Sometimes you need to in order to win. Also, did you say that you won? So you married him because you won and not because you love him? No. That's not what I meant. I love him, okay? Speaking of Curtis, where is he? He's with me now. What? He's supposed to be with me. It's our wedding. He was very worried about me, so he looked for me. Anyways, he said that he's calling off the wedding because you lied to him and you hurt me. He's actually calling his family, relatives, and friends that the wedding is canceled. What? Call off the wedding? He would never do such a thing. He's serious. He also saw the whole conversation we just had. Oh my god. What should I do? Oh, please help me. Don't ask me, because there is nothing that I can do. I will file a police report on you, though. Wait, what? Hell no. I will not let you do that. I got attacked and got hurt. Don't tell me that you didn't do anything because there were witnesses. I will also claim damages for my prosthetic legs. Seriously? Aren't they expensive? Yes, they are. But you broke it, so it's your responsibility. It sounds like you don't have any savings. So I hope you don't end up in debt.
I don't. So can you do something about this, please? I will do anything.
Sorry, but there's nothing I can do. Pay for this and regret what you've done.
I'm so screwed. My wedding got called off and my parents will probably cut ties with me because they're pissed right now. And my colleagues will give me the cold shoulder from now on.
Don't forget, might get fired or your contract won't be renewed.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, my friend who works at the HR just told me that. I can send you the text I got from her if you don't believe me.
I'm so sorry for attacking you, breaking your prosthetic legs and making rude comments. I won't from now on. So can you forgive me? Can you talk to your friend and ask if it's okay for me to stay?
Absolutely not. I will not forgive you whatsoever.
My wedding is off, and Curtis just told me that I needed to pay for the cancellation fee. I'm also going to lose my job, too. Don't you feel bad for me?
Nope. You deserve this. I am so glad that you're not going to be in our family. Curtis dodged a bullet. Thank God.
Please don't say that, and help me.
Why?
We're colleagues, right?
Yeah, and? Sorry, but I won't help a bitch like you. All I can say is good luck with everything like searching for jobs, partner, and paying off the debt. Also, I think the police should arrive there, so we will go back to the hotel to explain the whole thing. Don't ever think about taking back Curtis. Okay? Bye. Maia tried to reach out to me, but I blocked her. She was questioned by the police about the attack, and the cost of repairing the prosthetic leg was more expensive than she had imagined. As a result, she had to get in debt because she also needed to pay for the wedding cancellation fee. She felt awkward staying at the company, so she quit, and now lives in the middle of nowhere. I heard she is working long hours at her new company, but still is struggling to pay off the debt, so she tried to ask her parents, but they already cut ties with her, so she has nobody left. She lost her job, fiancé, and family, and is in despair, but this is all her fault. I hope she regrets everything and starts her life over.
Hi, Evan. It's Tom. Can I ask you a question?
Sure, what's your question?
I haven't heard any progress about the project you're working on right now.
Oh, sorry, I'm working on it now. I got the edited document from you like 10 minutes ago, so I need to make changes.
You're still working on it? Seriously?
Yes, I mean, I could have finished it during work hours if you gave it to me a little earlier.
Okay, and? Are you blaming it on me?
No, I'm not.
This is what happens when you don't check everything beforehand. You are so useless.
I did ask everyone to see if they needed help with anything, including you.
You need to double check. I'm always busy unlike you, so I was probably not paying attention.
Sorry to say this, but you were looking at golf clubs online.
That's because I need to go golfing with the head of our business partner this weekend.
I didn't know about this. I should have been receiving emails from them too.
I got a call from them today, and it's just going to be the two of us.
I see. Anyways, I'll get it done by today. What time do you want this done by?
Within 3 hours.
Okay, I'll try and get it done within 2 hours.
Make sure you don't stay that long.
Why?
You're wasting electricity. It's not free, you know. Should I charge you for that?
Why only me? There are other people here also, and to be honest, I don't want to work overtime either.
You don't want to work in general, huh? Also, you are saying that you don't want to work overtime, but you probably leave some work undone on purpose so you get paid more, because the payment is better than your working hours.
Can you please listen to me first before you make that statement? I'm in charge of 3 big projects, so there's no way that I can finish all of it during work hours. So that's the reason why I need to work overtime. It's not because I get paid more, okay?
I shouldn't have hired an incompetent person like you in the first place. I need to talk to HR about this.
Why would you need to talk to them about me?
Because you're a loss for the company.
Really? I think I'm making a profit for the company.
How? You're working overtime on purpose, and you just chat with people during the day.
That's because I'm helping people with their work. I don't want to waste my time talking about things that aren't related to work.
Yeah, that's an excuse. You need to work extra hard if you still want to be here.
Actually, I think I'm the only hard worker here in my department along with Brian.
I have no clue what you're saying, but since you work under me, I will force you to work for the hours you wasted.
Including lunch hours?
Of course. I eat lunch at my desk while doing work, unlike you, who goes out to eat. Why don't you try to be like me? I'm a competent person who gets work done early and leaves work every day right after working hours.
I think I already worked those lunch hours by working overtime. Also, I don't mind you leaving after working hours, but can you at least explain to the other people about the project and whatever editing you did that day instead of yelling at me? I have too much things to do.
It's not enough. Excuse me? When did I yell at you?
You yell at me every day.
I'm just lecturing you.
No, you're targeting me. You just don't like me going home after working hours, right? I know because you assign me work 5 to 10 minutes before I end my shift. I'm doing too much work, so I would appreciate it if you could divide some work to other people in the team, like Brian. He's a hard worker and sometimes helps me with the projects I'm working on.
You got some damn nerve to say something like that, even though you don't work. Brian works hard unlike you, so stop complaining and work, okay? Don't be on your phone.
You texted me first, and I'm just replying to your texts.
Do you want me to fire you?
Why all of a sudden?
Because it seems like you want to argue with me all the time.
I'm talking to you normally, you just think that way. I actually don't have a problem quitting.
You don't need to act tough. I know that you are panicking now. LOL.
I'm not. Now please excuse me, I have work to do. The next day... Hey Brian, sorry for texting you after your shift, but can I ask you for a favor?
Hi, Evan. Sure. What's up?
I don't feel too well lately, so do you think that you could help me with the projects?
Of course. Wait, were you doing everything on your own?
Yeah, because Tom told me to take care of it.
Why didn't you ask me?
I didn't want to bother you, plus I thought that I could do it on my own, but my body is telling me to give up and ask for help.
Hey, don't say that. Let me help you. I don't want you to collapse.
I'm doing my best not to let that happen. Thank you, Brian. You're the only one in the department that I can count on.
Thank you. I appreciate the fact that you trust me. Actually, why doesn't Tom ever help you?
I do ask him, but he says the same thing every time. I'm busy preparing documents for the meeting or meeting with someone from our business partners. This time he says that he's going golfing with the head of one of our business partners.
What? He said that he's going on a golfing trip with a Hooters girl this weekend.
What? Seriously? Wow, he lied to me.
Yeah, he's trash. He makes excuses so he doesn't need to do anything. He even watches YouTube videos which he calls educational videos when it's sports and short clips of movies. He said that by watching those, he can brainstorm how to market the company, but it doesn't have anything to do with our industry.
He doesn't take his job seriously. Hey, but at least he likes you, though. He really hates me, and it's stressful hearing him yell every single day.
OMG, I hear him every day before I leave the company. Sorry for not being able to help you. He has no right to yell at you like that. He doesn't understand that all of the projects are successful because of you.
It's okay. I don't listen to him anyway. Don't worry. He'll face problems someday.
True. It's just a matter of time, LOL. Anyways, let's meet up tomorrow to discuss what I should help you with.
Thank you so much for helping me, Brian. Talk to you tomorrow.
No problem. See you tomorrow. Take a good rest tonight.
A few days later...
Evan, get your ass to work. Where the hell are you? You're late.
What? You didn't hear anything? Were you at the meeting this morning?
No, because I don't need to attend. I just came in now.
I never heard of a boss who doesn't attend a meeting. Anyway, I need to be hospitalized for a week because of my chest pain and severe headaches. I think it's because I've been working too hard. I'm sorry for your inconvenience, but would appreciate your cooperation.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You're taking off from work for a week just for that reason?
This can lead to a heart attack or stroke. It's pretty life-threatening.
You are going to cause a problem for the company again. You're probably lying.
No, I'm not. I'm actually hospitalized right now. I was carried to the hospital yesterday.
That's just an excuse because you don't want to come in for work, right?
Please don't say that. It's not. This is what happens when you work too much. I would appreciate it if you could work things out so our other employees don't have to go through this.
Why would I listen to a person who slacks off during work?
You don't need to be that rude, you know.
Who's going to do your job then?
I asked Brian because I thought it was easier to ask him than you because he's helped me with some of it.
Wow. I feel so bad for Brian because now he needs to take over your work you probably haven't done.
Actually, we're almost done preparing for the 3 projects.
Hey, if you have time to text now, can you come to work? I bet you were grabbing coffee somewhere, so come to the office immediately. Don't leave your work to Brian.
What?
You heard me. You will get fired if you don't come in within 30 minutes.
I just told you that I'm at the hospital now, so I can't go.
Stop lying.
I'm not. I can send you pictures, but I know that you'll just say that I picked up the pics from the internet, so I won't do that. Now, will you excuse me? It's almost time for me to do a few examinations, so I need to go. A few hours later...
You didn't come, so you're fired.
What?
I gave you 30 minutes, but you decided not to show up. It's fine because we don't need someone who doesn't want to work here.
Oh my god, do you ever listen to me? Do you want me to send you screenshots of the conversation we had 30 minutes ago?
You don't need to because it's a waste of time.
You should listen to people because it can be something important, you know?
I do listen to people, but not you. I will get started with your retirement process, so you don't need to come in from tomorrow, okay?
Wait, I didn't submit my resignation letter yet. Plus, you don't even have the authority to fire me.
Yes, I do. I will fire you for lying. About the resignation letter, I wrote it for you.
What? That's illegal.
So, who cares about that? I submitted it and it's already accepted, so you're done. Don't ever come back.
Wow, I don't even have a word to say.
Appreciate me that I did it for you.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you. I wanted to quit anyway.
I bet that you're going to be crying later on, lol.
I think that you'll be the one who's gonna cry. Are you 100% sure you want me gone?
Yes.
Okay then, I don't care if you face problems later on. Bye. A few days later...
Why aren't you picking up? I've been calling you many times.
What do you want? I'm busy.
Busy? You're probably doing nothing.
Why are you still rude even after I quit?
Come to the office right now. It's an emergency.
What?
You're not fired, so if you come and apologize, I will forgive you and let you work here again.
Is your brain made out of Fruit Loops or something?
Excuse me?
You're the one who fired me. Let me guess, you still can't do anything without me, right?
Yes, so just shut up and come to work. We're in trouble.
Of course you are, because I was in charge of almost all the projects. Brian helped me, but he doesn't fully understand everything. Now, do you realize who you fired?
I didn't expect for this to happen. Why is this happening?
Well, let me see. You made all your coworkers do all the projects without explanation, and while you were watching YouTube videos and shopping online, reported everything as your credit, even though it wasn't, and yelled at people all day, every day, and leave the earliest.
Damn! Shut up! Being a boss is tough and stressful.
You weren't even doing anything. What are you talking about?
Yes, I was. You just didn't know.
Oh, and looks like you had a date with a Hooter girl this weekend when you said that you were gonna go golfing with the company's business partner.
What? Who told you?
I'm not gonna tell you. You not arguing back means that it's true, right?
Hey, shut up and just come back. I know that you're in some kind of trouble because you are not working right now, right? I could go talk to the HR and cancel the resignation.
What trouble?
Money-wise and mental health issue. You probably lost your confidence and feel lonely now, right?
I don't have those problems because I already found a new job.
What? New job?
Yeah, I now work at my friend's company. He originally approached me, but I turned it down because I wanted to challenge myself to work at a big company. But it wasn't what I expected, so I thank you for making me quit the company.
Why did you find a new job without my permission? I never allowed for you to do that.
I don't need your permission because it's my decision. Anyway, I wanted to work somewhere else, so I have nothing to do with you.
Are you seriously not coming back?
Yes, do you not understand what I just said?
We are panicking now. Please. I will apologize from the bottom of my heart. Do you not care about us?
You're just saying that to save yourself, right? I will not accept the apology, and I don't care because I don't have anything to do with you or the company, so deal with it by yourself. I thought you said that you were a competent person.
Please don't say that. If we get into trouble, I will be responsible for everything.
Yeah, and? Are you gonna run away from this? Maybe you should experience this once. Why don't you go and talk to someone else about this? If there is anyone, though.
I asked everyone, but they all said that you're in charge.
Well, sorry, but I'm busy now and I don't have time to read it over or something.
I did, but I don't understand anything.
Proves that you weren't doing anything and didn't bother to check the project beforehand. Looks like you were the one that was at a loss for the company. Bye, scumbag. After the incident, since I had no reason to go back, Tom panicked and didn't know what to do. The project failed and it resulted in financial loss and a bad reputation. The company was furious about this and also found out what he'd actually been doing during his working hours, and the fake resignation letter that he created. The company demanded compensation and fired him, and now he's in debt. He doesn't know what to do and is homeless now, feeling miserable, but since it's his own fault, I don't feel bad for him at all.
Mark, there's something on my mind, and it's not easy for me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
What is it?
I think that you should find yourself a new job. I mean, you only work like 2 times a week. In your free time, you play video games at home or go out with your friends. Don't you want a full-time job?
I don't. I already live in a nice house and I'm happy with my life. I don't think there's any need for me to change anything.
But I'm the one paying for it all. Don't you think that's a little unfair? If I were in your position, I'd feel bad that I wasn't making enough money. And also insecure about my future.
What the hell? Are you saying that I'm a loser because I don't have a full-time job like you?
I'm not. I just think that you should think about your future. You can't rely on me forever. I mean, you're still young. Don't you want to do something meaningful with your life? Don't you get sick of playing games and going out with the same group of friends all the time?
Whatever, you don't need to lecture me. I should have never married an older woman had I known that you would start lecturing me like this.
What do you mean by that?
I wish I'd married someone that was younger than me. I mean, they're prettier and more loyal. I married you because I have a stable job and income, that's all. I thought that if I was getting married, it would be better to marry someone like you, someone that could take care of me for the rest of my life. But I guess that I was wrong.
You're already thinking about your post-retirement years?
Sort of. The one good thing I got out of this marriage is that you bought us a room in this high-rise condo. And the mortgage payments aren't that high, are they?
I didn't buy this place. I pay a pretty high rent for us to live here.
But I'm sure that is not a burden for you, seeing that you make good money. If we're being honest with each other today, I think that my love for you is gone. I don't have any feelings for you anymore.
What do you mean by that?
I'm sick and tired of you telling me what to do all the time. You might be 5 years older than me, but that doesn't make me your child. I'm your husband. You should treat me with more respect.
I'm not being bossy because I'm older than you. I'm just asking you to do the right thing for the both of us. It doesn't make sense that I'm doing all the work here.
You can think whatever you want, but don't share your thoughts with me. It's really irritating.
I had no idea this bothered you so much. Fine, I won't say what's on my mind anymore. But please do some self-reflection on your own then. Mark?
What do you want now? Stop nagging me. I've had enough of your complaining.
I know that you brought over a woman to our apartment while I was at work.
How the hell did you find out? I don't care that you found out, though. I'm going to see whoever I like whenever I want to.
Well, I won't allow you to bring them over to my apartment. And I can't believe you let her use our bed. What were you thinking?
Fine, then do you want to get a divorce?
What?
And I'm taking this house. You can go find yourself a new place to live.
Do you hear yourself? Do you know how selfish you're being right now? We're renting this place under my name. Why should I be the one to move out? And we're still married. I have every right to complain about you bringing women over to our place. Don't you understand that you're committing adultery?
I don't care what you think of me. I'm no longer in love with you, and this is my life. I'm going to do as I please. I'm sick and tired of listening to you complain all the time. I've had enough. I want you to move out.
So this means that you want to file for a divorce.
Yes, that's right. I don't see any benefits in staying married to you anymore. It stresses me out to be with you. It's not good for my health. I want you to move out as soon as possible.
Are you sure this is a good idea? Isn't it better for you to move out?
I don't think so. I like living here.
I don't think that you'll be able to afford the rent. Do you even know how much you make right now?
I may not make as much as you, but I'll be able to pay the rent. It's not a problem.
I don't think you understand how much the rent is.
Do you think that I'm stupid? I think that we have the divorce papers at home.
Yes, we do.
I'll file them soon then.
What the hell? We haven't even finished talking about this. How can you be so selfish? You only make $800 a month. How are you gonna get by?
The rent is not that high, so I can manage. I don't spend that much anyway. I'm going to get back on my feet after we get divorced. I'm going to remarry a cute and young girl who takes better care of me.
Life is not that easy, you know. You're not going to miraculously find a great job when you want to. I didn't think you were such a lowlife.
What did you just call me?
I said that you're a good-for-nothing lowlife. I think we've done enough talking. You can file those divorce papers.
I'll file them as soon as possible. I'm so glad to have you out of my life.
Likewise. But I know that you won't be able to keep up with the rent. I can't wait to say I told you so to your face. You're sure of your decision to continue living here, right? You won't regret it later?
Yes, I'm sure. How many times do you have to ask me that? I love living here. You should change the name of the lease from yours to mine.
Will do. I wish you'd had appreciated me more, though. I did so much for you. I'm the one that's been supporting you financially ever since you quit your full-time job.
Well, as my wife, that was your obligation. It's nothing to brag about. All you did was pay the rent, and it's not even that much. It's like $100 a month, right? I'll pay the rent from now on, so move out as soon as you can. I don't want to see your face anymore.
Okay then, I'm moving out.
Great!
I just can't believe you're so stupid, though. Your punishment is coming your way soon. I've warned you. And I'm going to live my life happily without you.
Why do you keep on acting like I'm not going to be able to pay the rent? I'm not going to get punished for anything.
Well, if that's how you like to see things, fine by me. If I need anything more from you, I'll contact you through my lawyer.
Sounds great. I'm so happy that I don't have to live with you anymore.
Same here. Bye, asshole.
Yo, pick up your phone!
I'm at work, and we agreed to not speak to one another, remember? Text me instead. I did everything that you asked me to. What else do you want from me?
First of all, why did you take all the electrical appliances from my house? I called you last week about it, but you wouldn't pick up your phone.
I bought all those appliances, so I have every right to take them. It took me a while to move into my new place, but now that I have, I needed my appliances back.
Fine, I guess I can't complain about it, but you could have given me some warning. Now I have to go buy some appliances for myself.
I suppose, but why are you telling me all this? I'm sure that your new girlfriend can help you with the shopping.
Actually, there's a bigger problem. The rent is much higher than I expected it to be. There must be some sort of mistake.
Oh, so you finally got your bill. You should have read the contract when we changed the name in the agreement to yours.
Yeah, I guess.
But this has nothing to do with me, so you need to figure it out on your own. I've been paying the rent up until now, and you never cared how much the rent was. It's not $100, you idiot. More like 10 grand. This is all your fault. You need to take responsibility for your actions.
So there's no mistake in the bill. The rent is 10 grand.
Yes, The rent is 10 grand.
You deceived me! The monthly rent is worth my annual salary amount. There's no way that I'll be able to pay this much.
I'm sure that it is a stretch for you. Good luck.
Is that all you have to say to me? Good luck? Are you having fun seeing me struggle like this? You knew that the rent was too high for me. Why didn't you say anything? I thought that the rent was like $100.
How could you assume that the rent was so cheap? You live in a nice place. It can't be that cheap. Don't you have any common sense?
Well, I saw that you paid a lot of money when we first rented this place out. And I also contributed all the savings that I had at the time. That's why I thought that the monthly rent wouldn't be so high, because we had already paid the majority at the beginning.
Well, that's not the case. It was money that needed to be paid to secure the room because it's so popular. And we also used the money to buy furniture. But what kind of an idiot are you to think that we could live here for so cheap? Your stupidity makes me laugh. You're a real joke.
Stop being so condescending! And this isn't funny at all. I can't afford to pay my rent.
Then why don't you ask your girlfriend to help out with the rent? I mean, she's living with you. That's the least she could do.
I can't ask my girlfriend to pay the rent. She looks up to me. She's 10 years younger than me.
It was stupid of her to choose to date you. I guess all you can do now is look for a decent job that pays well.
Sir, you're not even going to offer to help me out. I'm not going to be able to find a new job in such a short span of time.
Well, if you can't come up with the rent, you're going to have to move out. The superintendent is going to ask you to pay the rent for the month that you've been living there.
But if I can't pay, I'm sure that he'll come to you next. I mean, the lease used to be under your name, so...
But we're divorced now. I don't have an obligation to help you out. Your parents are the guarantor, so I'm sure that the superintendent will get in touch with them if you don't pay the rent.
I didn't know that. How did I not know this?
So, you can't get away with not paying your rent. Your parents are going to be so pissed off with you when they find out about this. If your parents get mad at you over this, you won't have a place to live. Why are you even calling me about this? I thought that you never wanted to speak to me again.
I had no idea that this place was so expensive. You should have warned me about this. This is all your fault. You should take responsibility by paying the rent.
Why would I ever do that? I'm no longer a part of your life. Deal with it on your own, you scum.
Did you just call me scum?
I did, because you are scum. You only married me for my money. And then you quit your job and spent your time doing whatever you wanted. You made me do all the household chores and wasted my money on games and gambling. And on top of that, you found yourself a lover and had an affair. After that, you made me move out and tried to take my house from me. I don't deserve any of the crap you put me through. Now, you need to deal with this mess on your own. I'm no longer a part of your life.
Look, you have a point, and I'm sorry for the way that I treated you. I didn't mean for things to end like this between us. Can't you help me out for old time's sake? I mean, we used to be married.
The past is the past. It means nothing to me. We're strangers now.
Please don't say that. I'm sorry for cheating on you. I see how bad that was now. You still have feelings for me, right? Please don't leave me to suffer like this.
Feelings? Are you crazy? I don't feel anything for you anymore after the hell you put me through. You're the one that kicked me out. I suffered plenty. Now, it's your turn. I'm living in a fabulous new place now, and I have no intention of moving back in with you. My rent is pretty expensive, so I don't have the luxury to help you out with your rent.
Can I move in with you then?
No way.
Can we give it another try, please? I realized how much I love you after you moved out. I'm really sorry. I won't do anything else to hurt you.
I'd rather die than get back with you.
I'm serious! I know that we can make it work.
I hate you for what you did to me, and you're a loser who just wants to live with me for my money. I don't need you in my life. Now, can you please stop texting me? Good luck with your rent. If you can't pay the rent, I guess you'll need to borrow the money from somewhere. Although it's none of my concern now. Stop bothering me. I'm busy. In the end, Mark was not able to pay his rent. He suggested to his girlfriend that they escape during the night, but they were caught by the police the following morning. He had to beg his parents to help him pay the rent. He was then kicked out of his apartment and had no choice but to live on the streets until his parents forced him to live with them. As a result, his young girlfriend left him. He still owes his parents the rent they lent him, so he's desperately looking for a new job. He no longer has the freedom to do whatever he wants to do. He spends his time regretting the poor decisions that he had made that led him to this current situation. As for Melanie, after divorcing Mark, she lives a happy and fulfilling life. She even found herself a beautiful new boyfriend and continues to work hard at her company. She loves her new life without Mark. She made the right choice in divorcing Mark.
Hey, are you still freeloading from my parents at their house? Don't you think it's getting time for you to get out of that place for me? What? Freeloading? What are you talking about, Maggie? I understand that I am living with your parents within their home, but I don't think what I'm doing here could be considered freeloading in any way. Not even close to freeloading, actually. Well, from what I've seen and heard, you're freeloading there. You aren't even a part of my family, and yet you've been living off them for the longest time now without giving anything back to anyone in return. To me, it seems you have a bit of a misunderstanding about this whole situation here, but me being here and living with your family was not my choice. After my husband and your parents talked for a little while, it was decided that I'd come live here with them. But I'm pretty indifferent on living here with them or not, So now you're going to try and make it look like you're not wanting to live there? I know for a fact that you're lying right now. And what makes you so confident that I'm lying to you about everything going on over here right now? Maggie, can you tell me what the heck you want to say to me right now? Well, I'm going to be coming home to my parents' house starting tomorrow, and we'll be living there from now on. Huh? You're coming back? You're coming back to live with us here? You're the one that's freeloading off everyone, so don't you even try to say that I'm coming back to live there with you when it's not your place or family in the first place. That place is my parents' house, my house. So I'm allowed to come back to live there with them whenever I please. And I completely understand that, but coming back to live here starting tomorrow is too soon. And this is the first I'm hearing anything about you coming back here. Are you coming back here by yourself to live in this house? What about your family? Are you an idiot? What? I'm not coming back there to live on my own. I'll have my family come with me as well back to my parents' house. But when you say your whole family, that means you'll be bringing all 3 of your kids along with you as well, right? There's no way this house can fit everyone in it comfortably. Well, that has nothing to do with the freeloading parasite living off my family's money. I'm the one that gets to choose what happens there in the end, right? So go ahead and shut the hell up for me, would you? But I'm living in this house as well, so I think I have the right to express my opinions on this. And right now, this house is way too small to have the amount of people living in it that you say there will be. Then how about you get out of there? I think it's the perfect time for you to move into that little doghouse now that it's opened back up. Are you kidding me right now? Well, I'm just telling you what's going to be happening starting tomorrow. If you want to get out of that house, then be my guest and get lost. My family and I will be coming to live in that house, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. So any kind of complaining you try and do about it will be ignored. Well, I'm going to talk with your mom and with Nate about this. But I'm going to tell you right now that it might be harder than you think moving into this house with your 3 kids. I really have no idea why you're wanting to move back into this house again without any prior warnings to us, but... Nate, have you heard about how Maggie thinks she can come back to live in your parents' house again? No matter what she's trying to do or what she thinks, that'll be impossible right now with how small this place is.
Huh? Why would it be impossible?
You're asking me? What the heck, Nate? There's everything to do with this place being too small as it is, as well as those things to do with the payments on the house.
But that place is also my older sister's place that she can call home. So you can't say no or anything like that to her. Both you and I do not have the right to do that to even her.
No, I think we have the right to, actually.
And another thing, it's not just my older sister coming back, but her husband and family as well. So paying for the place will become a lot easier, right? Having them back to help us out. Her husband works at a pretty decent job, I've heard.
But do you not find all of this a little bit strange right now? If he was working a decent job and living a pretty normal life with his family, then why would they all be choosing to move back to Maggie's parents' house?
I have no clue about that.
But Nate, to me, having the amount of people in the house grow even larger is not going to work.
Even if you say it won't work, that's not going to change things in her mind. You are my wife, and this is my parents' house. So, you're gonna have to do your best to deal with all of this.
But I'm already doing my best to deal with things here as they are. If anything, you should be trying a little harder to fix things. Anyway, go and tell her that it's not going to be possible to live here with all of us, okay? We've already moved back into the house. But you didn't even bother giving any of us a hand, you useless dog. Huh? Are you really telling me that you've moved back into your parents' house already? I had told Nate to tell you not to move into the house yesterday, but it seems he didn't bother telling you anything after all. And I told you that trying to have a say in any of this would be useless, didn't I? We already moved into my parents' house, and there's nothing you can do to stop any of us now. But bringing all 3 of your kids along with you to move into the same house that I'm living in right now, that's not going to go well for any of us. Did you even stop to think about how things would work out after you moved into the house? You're being pretty dang annoying for someone that doesn't have to pay a dime or do anything to live in the house. Someone that's not going to help anyone in the house out with anything should go live in the doghouse. So you plan to keep treating me like someone less than your own family unless I leave the house then, huh? Do you really think you can get away with saying I have no right to say my opinion regarding the house? Well, that seems to be the case right now. You are nothing more than the wife of my little brother, so you live in the house with the least rights out of all of us. Well, anyway, I've already moved into the house now with my family, so you can give up now. My family wants to live in this house now, so you and my little brother better not do anything to disturb us. And I'll make sure of that by having you moved out into the doghouse to live. I'd rather just go back home to my parents' house. Is that so? Well, that's even better for us, actually. I really can no longer manage sitting here watching you continue with that crap that ends up affecting all of us in the end. And you just expected that I'd be the one having to move into that small doghouse? You have no right saying that to me when you don't even understand what's been going on at your parents' house for the longest time now. At this point, you are being such a brainless fool that I have nothing left to say to you. So if you really want to come back into this house without listening to a word I've said, go right ahead. But I'm going to move back to my parents' house instead of staying with all of you. I'm not sure what'll happen because of this, but you're going to be the one responsible for it. What a great little speech. Now get the hell out of here. You have nothing to do with my family. Well then, I'll be on my way. I'll be back to get a lot of my bigger things later, but for right now, I want to be far away from all of you. I really don't even have the drive to come back to that house right now, so I'm going back to my parents when I'm finished with all my tasks. Now, goodbye. Hey, Abigail! What the hell have you done? What do you mean, what the hell have I done? All I remember doing was leaving your parents' house just as you asked me to. What kind of complaint could you possibly have for me now? This is not some kind of complaint. Right now, I'm in trouble over here. I want to know why the hell my parents and Nate are starting to panic so much after hearing about you leaving our house. Oh, now they want to freak out? It's been a few days now since I got up and left everyone with no calls from them, so I assumed they were all okay. They told me that you had gone back to your parents for a little bit to visit them. But while you've been out of the house back at your folks' place, the bill for this house came in the mail and my parents started to panic because they need you back here right now. Where the hell are you and what are you doing? As I said, I've gone back to my parents' house for good. And I'm sure me doing such a thing would get your family panicked. After all, I was the one paying the bills on that house each month. Huh? You were? Did you think that me being Nate's wife meant that I wouldn't be forced to have to pay the bills around there? Well, I guess you wouldn't have expected that, considering you never knew a thing about the current situation in that house. Why have you been the one paying the bills on this house, though? What about my dad? What about Nate? Years ago, your dad got too aggressive with his gambling addiction and lost all of his money on some terrible bets. And as for Nate, he was laid off from his job last year, and ever since then, he's been saying he's been trying for a new job. The whole reason for us going and living with your parents is because of their terrible financial situation. And since I was able to support both Nate and I with my income alone, everyone assumed that I'd be able to handle 2 more people and their house. And ever since the day we had to start living with your parents again, I've been the only one working and bringing in any sort of money. Every single penny I've worked so hard for has gone into paying for everyone in the house and the bills. Did you not know anything about that? What the hell, Abigail? I never heard a thing about that going on here. Well, whether you heard about it or not, I don't care. Anyway, this all happened at the perfect time for me. What do you mean this happened at the perfect time for you? Well, living in that house with everyone was really beginning to drive me up the wall. And for the longest time, I've been wanting to divorce your brother. I'm amazed that all of this had to happen right now, though. But hey, that's all perfect for me. Huh? You're telling me that you've been wanting to divorce Nate for a long time? Well, yeah. And why wouldn't I have been wanting that? I've been working my butt off just to give all my earnings away to both my husband and his parents. And Nate has abused the current situation to the point he doesn't even care to work anymore, instead of just going out to play all day. All I've been for your family is their gosh dang ATM. I highly doubt that's the case. Well, anyway, because of what's all happened, I'm going to be living with my parents now and divorcing Nate. Thank freaking God, though. Getting the chance to leave so soon. Maggie, thank you for giving me this chance. Giving you the chance? No, that's not what I wanted to give you. So wait, you're going to leave my brother now, too? I've already gotten in touch with a lawyer about it, and the word that I'll be leaving him should be arriving very soon. Maggie, I don't have the will to be a part of your family any longer. Living with everyone has been the worst part of my life thus far, so I'm glad I have this chance to leave. Does Nate know about all of this, though? For the past few days, he and my parents have all been freaking out because you haven't come home. I'm sure. The only way they were all able to live was with the help of my money. You're telling me that my own brother had to rely on you? I am. I bet if you asked him about that right now, he'd say the same thing. How does that sound? How about you go and talk with him about all of this? But maybe if he were to learn that it's all because of you that I've finally been given the chance to divorce him, well, Nate might just end up going off on you instead of me because of that. Wait a minute, Abigail. I never knew a thing about any of this. I didn't mean to have you go and divorce Nate because of this. I just wanted you to know who the boss in this family was by picking on you a little. Well, that was a great way to get me to realize I needed to get out of that house, so thank you, Maggie. Please don't say you'll move back in with your parents for good. Huh? Why are you saying all of that to me now? You were the one saying that I was a freeloading stranger this whole time at your parents' house. And then you continued to tell me to move into the doghouse out back once your family got settled in. If I had to make the choice between living in that tiny and run-down hut or going back to my parents' house, of course I'd choose my parents' house. I think that we had a bit of a misunderstanding back then, though. When I was telling you all of that, I didn't know how you were the one paying for this house and my family. I'm so sorry for not learning about all of that beforehand. Look, I've just apologized to you. Now, you can forgive me, right? Maggie, this is not about me forgiving you or not. So the apologies that you're giving to me right now mean nothing to me. There's no freaking way, though. I'm your husband's older sister. You are meant to listen to me and take every word I say as law. I'm leaving him soon, though. So your word being law and all that doesn't mean crap to me. How about you start to take responsibility for what you've started? I mean, I already listened to most of what you said a few days ago, so that should be enough for you. You told me to leave the house, and so I did. And because of that, I'm able to divorce your brother now. Are you trying to say that this is all my fault then? Not trying. It is all your fault. It's because of what you'd done that I'm finally able to wake up to days filled with feelings besides that of stress. Have you learned now that you can't take back what you say? Wait, at least forgive me this one time, Abigail. You know that I never did any of this out of hate towards you, right? Since you know that already, then we can make up now. What are you talking about? Are you telling me that if you never had any intentions of being rude to me, then it's okay to say whatever you'd like? If that's your way of thinking about all of this, maybe it's time you go back to elementary school with your 3 kids and start the hell over. You need to learn about thinking before you speak. I am apologizing to you for all that, though, so stop talking about me like I'm some child. Come on now. You come back here and make up with Nate for me. Make up with Nate? There's no merit to that for me, so no way. Huh? Abigail? I'm tired of being looked down on by all you jerks. For a while now, I've done my best to fake a smile and act as though none of it bothered me, but now there's no reason for me to do that anymore. I am over this whole show of being a part of your brain-dead family and all their BS. Abigail, were you always the kind of woman to talk like that? I'm leaving your brother for good now, so who cares if I'm the nice girl anymore or not? And at this point, I'm tired of dealing with your crap as well, Maggie. You actually think you could sweep all your crap under the rug now and have me come back to live with you? No freaking way, you dog. But if you don't come back, I'll be next. Having to live in that small house was already tough, but then you came along with your 3 kids thinking it could work out. Stop playing around, Maggie. Your husband has a good job, so why the hell do you have to come back to live with your parents and brother when he can pay for you all to have a nice life somewhere else? That's not going to happen. Why not? My husband has taken on a lot of debt, and at the moment, it's all been going downhill for us. So our reasoning for coming back to my parents' place was to get help from them. Oh? So you just wanted to come back as little parasites to feed off your family then? This is not the time to be throwing words like that around. Well, no matter what you have to say about things now, I've had enough. Why? Do you not feel bad about any of this? Nope. I'm just a stranger. And I'm about to divorce your brother, so of course I don't feel a dang thing. Heck, you just told me you were bringing those kids of yours into your parents' house to be cared for by us, right? I mean, cared for by me, right? That's so far beyond impossible for me that I would collapse from disbelief had I stuck around to hear that face to face. Now go run along and get back to joining your family as you all go to hell. And I'm sure that you'll have to start paying off some loans soon as well for them, so good luck. In the end, the payments on the house and for the family had stopped, and everyone there was in a huge pinch. And as for Maggie and her family, who had been surrounded by debt, they weren't able to achieve their goal of leeching off her parents and started to slip down the slippery slope they'd been teetering on the edge of. Abigail was able to get a divorce from Nate, and that was followed by her being able to finally cut ties with that whole freeloading family. But since Abigail was no longer around, Maggie began to join her family in panic, followed by her finding a job herself, and then starting a new life of having to work hard all day and come home to caring for her 3 kids and the rest of the family all night. The cycle will continue like that for the rest of time, and I'm sure neither Maggie nor the rest of her disgraceful family will find a way out of it. At least in Abigail's world, she'll soon be able to forget about that whole family and move on to a fresh life where she can start saving up her well-earned money instead of handing it out to freeloaders. I'm sure Abigail will always be thankful for what Maggie did to help set her free.
Hi, Alicia. How's everything? Who's this? It's Cody's mom. Oh, hi. Everything is good. How are you? How did you know my ID? I'm good also. Cody told me. Did something happen? What do you mean, did something happen? You really don't talk to me, so I'm surprised that I got a text from you. That's not true. We talked the last time we met. Yeah, that was like a year and a half ago. Well, I was thinking that talking to you again might be nice because I'm going to live with you and Cody from tomorrow. So excited! What? What are you talking about? Living with us? Yeah. You didn't hear anything from him? No. When was this decided? Like 4 or 5 months ago. He didn't tell me anything about this. I think he did, but you probably weren't listening. Well, now you know. Wait, this is going to be a problem because it's my house. No, it's not. It's his. Since when is this his house? He told me that he bought this house. He said that? Yeah. So you don't have the right to decide what to do. Can you listen to my side of the story too? No. I don't want to waste my time because I need to finish packing. And I only believe what my son says. It's not a good thing to assume things without listening to the other person, you know. Are you talking back to me? You are so disrespectful. No wonder Cody calls me to complain about you recently. He does? What does he say about me? Yes. He said you don't listen to him. Is terrible at cooking and doesn't do household chores. And many more. Looks like you're not a good wife at all. I wonder why he married you. I will be tough on you from tomorrow, so be prepared. This is too sudden, so can I talk to Cody once? Of course. Go ahead. A few minutes later. Cody, your mom texted me and said that she's going to live with us from tomorrow. Seriously?
Oh, is it tomorrow already? Time flies so fast. Yes!
Why didn't you tell me about this?
I did tell you, like 4 months ago. You weren't listening.
I have a good memory, and I swear to God, you never talked to me about this.
Well, now you know. Do you have a problem with it?
Isn't it normal to ask me first for permission? Before that, did you even think about if she has enough space living here? And if we can support her financially?
There is enough space. We can move the furniture around and throw away the things we don't need. She'll have your room because your room is the biggest. And why don't you live in the basement? And yes, we can't support her with your salary.
Why am I the only one that needs to change rooms when she's the one living in this house? Also, why my salary? She's your mom. So take responsibility supporting her because I didn't agree for her to live here in the first place.
If you want to argue, why don't we divorce?
What?
I already decided to let her live here. So if you have any problems, let's divorce. And why don't you leave the house?
Wait, hold up. So the reason why you want to divorce and kick me out is because I don't want your mom to live with us?
Exactly.
Wow. This is ridiculous.
Don't you understand that you need her? You don't do that much household chores, and the food you cook is gross. My mom can do everything.
When we got married, I told you that I'm busy with work and can't do everything by myself, so you promised to help me with the household chores. Also, be thankful that I cook for you and don't feed you frozen food.
I do help with your household chores, but you're slacking off recently. Same as your cooking. My mom will teach you how to do those from tomorrow, so be thankful.
Look, I'm in charge of a big project right now, and I work overtime, unlike you who only works part-time.
That sounds like an excuse to me. Hey, even though I work part-time, I'm busy too.
I work 8 to 10 hours a week. Possibly more. You only work 6 hours, 3 times per week. Right?
Yeah, but it's physical work. You're talking as if I'm not working hard enough. What a
You were also mean, telling me that I'm always slacking off and making excuses.
I thought I married a good person, but I guess not. You're just plain annoying, and I can't stand people who can't listen to me or my mom. So why don't we divorce?
Guess what? I actually was thinking that, and I have no problem divorcing you. I don't know. I didn't know we had the same opinion. I'll go fill out the divorce papers then. Wow. Can't believe that divorcing you was this easy. I should have said it earlier. Can you come home early today, though? I want to talk to you about your mom coming here.
What's there to talk about? My mom is living there from tomorrow. Period. Point blank.
We're getting divorced, so there is no meaning for her to come here. Can you tell her that? Because she won't listen to me.
Why? She already packed her bags to move in, so isn't it rude to tell her that she can't come? She's also my mom. Are you serious?
Hey, can we talk about this face-to-face later on? I have a lot of work to do for the project, and I don't want to waste time.
Fine. I really don't want to see your face, but it's going to be about my mom, so I'll go home in a little bit.
3 weeks later.
Yo, Louise! When are you planning on staying here till? We're divorced 3 weeks ago. Why are you still here? Get the f*** out!
I can be here if I want to. Also, I gave up my room for her. Appreciate that.
It's common sense to do that, so I won't appreciate it.
You are so self-centered. I want to know how your mom raised you. I am more amazed than angry.
How am I self-centered?
Let's see. You let your mom live in this house without listening to me. You wanted me to do stuff, and even if I did it for you, you never appreciated me. And you always make excuses when you don't want to do something for me.
That's because I was the boss of the house, and it was your duty to take care of me. Also, this is my house.
Oh my God, how many times do I need to tell you that it's my house?
Look, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with you because you're leaving. Speaking of leaving, my mom is coming home in like an hour or two, so I will appreciate it if you can leave, like right now. She also doesn't want you in the house.
Really? After all that I've done for her.
You didn't even do anything.
I cooked, did laundry, and washed the mess she left in the kitchen, even though I'm busy with work. You call that not doing anything? You and your mom are awful.
Yeah, whatever. Please, come home early so you can leave.
You're saying to leave the house from a while ago. But you're the one that's going to leave.
Excuse me?
Do you not remember who bought this house?
We both did.
Nope. I did. 3 years ago when I was still single. So I'm the owner of this house. You didn't even pay a penny. You didn't know?
No, wait. I was paying for the maintenance and the utility fee, right?
I was paying for it because there is no way we can pay with only your salary. You only earn $1,000 per month.
What? I thought we were paying with my salary.
We talked about this last time. Weren't you listening to me? I bet you were too focused on how you're going to let your mom live here.
Wait, we were dating when you bought the house, so it's also my house, right?
What are you talking about? Of course not. I let you stay at my house because you told me you have nowhere to go. Stop being so egocentric. Let me ask you a question then. Were you paying for anything? Nope. You didn't even try to pay me. Who do you think made it possible for you to live without any problems? Now do you understand that this is my house? Now can you kick me out?
Hey, can we make a deal? I'll pay you from now on, and all of the money that I owe you, little by little, so can you let us stay?
Of course not. Money doesn't matter right now. It's the fact that you acted like the house was yours, and you tried to kick me out. Plus, it's too late because we're divorced now.
So are you really going to kick me and my mom out?
Yeah. Because we are strangers now. You guys are a waste of space.
Don't say that!
Well, it seems like the plan of kicking me out didn't work. Can't believe that you were about to steal my house from me. Anyways, now that you know, can you leave?
What? Seriously?
Yeah. I can't imagine what your face looks like now. And I bet you are regretting everything. It's too late now. And you really pissed me off. Please leave the house within 5 minutes. Otherwise, I will call the cops.
Wait, 5 minutes? That's too short! I misunderstood everything, and I'll apologize. Actually, my mom is here and is already unpacking, so wouldn't it be easier for you to leave instead of us?
Do you want this house that much? If you do, please pay for it.
Why?
Because I'm selling the house to a stranger? What other reasons are there? If you don't want to pay for it, then give up and go live somewhere else.
Do I really need to do that?
Yes, you do. You better choose right now.
I can't pay for the house!
Then leave.
We don't have anywhere to go! My mom sold her house!
You're joking, right? Didn't she think about things before sending it?
Probably not. I think she was too excited to live here.
Well, that sucks.
Don't you feel bad for us?
Not at all. Well, now that you know everything, please leave. I'm asking you nicely. I can help you pack your bags.
It's too sudden! Can you wait a few more months? I want to think about this!
So you think you can have time to think about it, but I didn't? I only had one night.
This is something important because my mom is involved!
So that means you didn't care what will happen to me?
No, I care about you! I wasn't thinking about your feelings or your situation. I was selfish, and I regret it!
Oh, now you're sorry. Sorry, but nothing will change, even if you apologize. Anyways, what are you going to do? I can't wait a few months, but can wait a few seconds.
Can we discuss this? We were husband and wife for a long time, so we should understand each other.
We couldn't. So that's why we got divorced.
Please, I'm begging you! Can I at least talk to my mom about this?
Yeah, but I don't think anything will change. Don't you think about planning something to win the house back, okay? You not replying means that this is true, huh? I knew it.
Damn, why is this happening?
You should have listened to me in the first place.
Up! What will happen to us then? Are you really going to leave us?
Yeah. Is there a reason not to? Take time to think about why you're getting kicked out, while I call the cops on you. For trespassing.
What? Trespassing?
Yep. Because I don't know you.
Wait! We're going to be homeless! I can't believe that you'll just leave us! You'll regret kicking us out someday!
It doesn't matter to me if you guys become homeless. The thing I regret the most is getting married to you. I should have gotten a divorce a while ago, but couldn't find the right timing, so thank you for giving me the opportunity. Anyways, I think the police should arrive any minute now.
What? Seriously?
Yeah. So if your mom comes home, I advise you to pack your stuff.
Where are we supposed to go?
I don't know. You're a grown adult, so why don't you think about that?
Please help us!
No thanks. Please get out of my face. You must be happy, because you get to live with your mom for the rest of your life, right? After the incident, the police arrived at the house and Cody and his mom were questioned by the cops, but since they didn't want to get arrested, they packed their stuff and quietly left the house. They now live in a crummy apartment in the middle of nowhere, and his mom is so pissed at him that she completely ignores him. So it seems like their relationship is terrible now. If he would have told me about this in the first place, his life would have been different.